What's up, guys? Today I'm going to step out of the realm of metal and guitar for a little bit and go back to gaming. I want to tell you about TORG, the TORG Gaming Expo this year in Columbus, Ohio, 2023. Really cool experience. First convention I've ever been to. Got to meet some really awesome people. I got to meet Brandy Gamer, John Hancock, Steve Rightway, Square Pegs, Brett Weiss, all super nice people, super down to earth. So that was really awesome. It's really cool to go to such a huge event where pretty much everyone in the building shares the same exact passion you do. So it's kind of humbling in a way when you see how many people are just like you. So that was a really awesome experience. And of course, we got some goodies to show you. So let's get started. So first up, here's some of the random swag that you'll get pretty much without even trying. So we got the VIP pass. So this is like a weekend pass. I can't remember the price, but whatever. But it was like the lanyard badge thingamabob. It looks pretty neat, actually. You know, I like the Game Boy type deal. You get this old school gamer magazine. I haven't really flipped through this just yet, but I thought that was cool to throw in, you know. I might skim through it later. And here's the back. Right? Got a couple of those because it was me and my wife. And then, of course, you have, like, just stuff that vendors throw in whenever you buy stuff. So, like, somebody was advertising this event here. One of the vendors we bought from was Play It, Games, Movies, and Music. Right? I think there's coupons on here or something. Maybe. I don't know. Primary Collectibles. And then we got like this little TORG sticker, little pin. You get these goofy little Pokemon trading card things, TORG man. Torque man, yeah. And then yeah, and then moving on, got a couple of freebies from Gamer Aimers stand there. John Hancock's little pins from his stand. And then there's this guy who set up like a sort of a game console museum type deal. It was like a little booth that he had set up, which was pretty cool. We were just looking around and he started calling on volunteers for some Simon Says type game, which I didn't realize that's what he was doing at the time. But I volunteered because he said you'll win a prize. And long story short, I made an ass of myself. I won this, but you'll probably see me in another video jumping around like an idiot. But it was fun. Pretty cool. So yeah, this was like a little mystery box. So you would get like these little hater blocker, pixel shades, whatever. Get this pin, card, sticker, level up thing. Toadette. Is that Toadette? Pink Toad? Yeah. And of course there's the box, you know, and there's his information. He's a cool dude. And then Shelby bought this. This was a Metroid pixel art thing. I can't remember what they call these. These things have been around for years though, since I was a toddler pretty much. She had to have this little crocheted plush bee thingy. She's obsessed with cute things. Then here's the drawstring bag, which this I believe was just like an iron-on print, but it looks pretty cool. I mean, it came in use, you know, while we were looking around. And then Shelby bought these. It's like little ghost type things. Came from that place. So here's an overall shot of the goodies we got. This was only the first day, so we're going back tomorrow to Sunday, the last 2 days, so for the weekend. And first up, this is Block'em Sock'em. It's like a homebrew game made for or starring John Hancock. He signed it, which was cool. Yeah, it's like a puzzle game. And I really dig my puzzle games. And it's on a Genesis cartridge. And here's like the insert. They had a SNES version of this too. He actually had several homebrew games at his stand. They were a little pricey, but I had to have this one. Really, though, homebrew games, they're going to be pricey. You know, because they're, you know, it's, you know what I mean. Anyway, we got UMD movie, Sin City. I'm probably one of the only people in the world still who thinks these UMD movies are really cool. I just love the novelty factor of them. This is one of my favorite movies. Very nostalgic for me. Star Fox. I actually have a Super EverDrive, but I got the one that does not play Super FX games, so I'm looking for some Super FX cartridges like this one, Kirby Superstar, Yoshi's Island. It's not Race of X, you know. Shelby got this for her friend Kira, Sonic Battle. Solid game. It's like, think Power Stone for the Game Boy Advance, except with Sonic characters. Really cool. We got War Gods, another thing where I'm probably one of the only people who actually loves this game. It's so bad it's good, pretty much. It's not in bad shape, considering, you know. Jet Moto, this was only like a couple bucks. Jet Moto 2, I mean. Decent shape. And then we have Double Dragon 2. It's, a lot of these are pretty common, but I just started really collecting NES stuff. I'm not looking for like any full set or anything. I just want the stuff that I had when I was a kid. And then some, you know, there's some games that I just simply want to have. Here's one that I didn't have as a kid, but how can you not have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Right? Then Maniac Mansion. I've always wanted to try this. I've known about it, but I never actually tried it, so pick that up. Now, unpopular opinion, I like this better than TMNT 2. I think this is the best in the series, or best in the whole franchise, really. So yeah, had this when I was a kid. There's no telling how many hours I put in this. Now for the Castlevania goodies. Classic NES series Castlevania for the GBA is complete. Complete copy of Lament of Innocence for PS2. We had this loose. The case has seen better days. I'm going to replace that, but the artwork inside, the manual, disc and everything's good. Case looks like it was in somebody's freaking shed or something, I don't know. Complete copy of Portrait of Ruin and Dawn of Sorrow. Been looking for these for a fair price for a while. That's the thing, we're not going to just go on eBay and buy everything. You know, I want to get it at the right price. And cool thing about all this stuff is, I didn't pay full price for hardly any of this. Just because these sellers, you know, they're willing to haggle with you since you're in person, you got cash, you know. And Dawn of Sorrow, that's also complete, I believe. Yep. Now this is really cool. I had to have this. It's like this holographic print, right? Castlevania 1. Dragon's Curse. Simon's Quest. How can you not want that? And then Shelby got this legendary Pokemon card. All 3 legendaries. Yeah, these are so cool. And lastly, we got a PS3 Slim for 65 bucks. Not bad at all. Seems to be in pretty good shape, cosmetically at least. Needs a cleaning, but nothing too serious. Came with the hookups as well as this third-party controller. I've never heard of this brand, but believe it or not, it doesn't feel bad. It feels almost as good as the first-party one. You know, I really don't know until I actually try it, of course, but it doesn't seem too bad considering. We never actually had a PS3 growing up. I just skipped that generation. I was just all PC Master Race back then. And I can't remember what Shelby had. I think she skipped that generation too altogether. But we both have always been curious about the PS3, so we're probably going to start picking up stuff for that. And I'll be honest with you, just like any other place, whether you go to a store, swap meet, flea market, whatever, some of the vendors, the prices can be pretty laughable. Like, you look at it and you're like, are you kidding? You know, but a lot of these vendors are cool and they'll work with you. I barely paid full price for any of this stuff, really, because everybody's just really flexible. You know, I would just say, hey, you know, we take $5 off of this, or, you know, if I bought these 2, would you discount it, or would you trade for so-and-so? So yeah, I got pretty good deals on this stuff. I can't complain about what I spent. So overall thoughts, this was an awesome event. I'm definitely going to be back next year. Going back tomorrow because it's Sunday. We got a weekend pass, so I might add another video if we pick up any more goodies. But yeah, overall it was a really cool event. I'm glad I went. Met some really awesome people. It's just a fun time all around. There's nothing really negative I could say about it, really, except for the pain. You know, after a while, carrying all that shit made my back hurt. And I grew up in Alabama. It's a place where there's really not anything to do over there. So until I moved to Ohio in like 2017, I was not really sheltered per se, but I just didn't really go anywhere, didn't meet anybody. So this has been a really cool experience being in Columbus, Ohio. And if you're going to TORG and you want to say hello, come up to me, fist bump or whatever. And until next time, rock on.